go.
A man was rescued after his small plane crashed into Lake Ontario, near the Leslie Street Spit. And for more on this, we're joined by Doug Paulson, a witness of that plane crash. Good to have you on tonight. You happened to be out taking pictures of the lake when this happened. Tell us what your camera captured. What did you see?
Well, I was just at Ashbridges Bay and enjoying a little shots of the lake. Beautiful springtime. And I saw this plane came, and I'm a former pilot, so I always like taking pictures of planes. And there was an explosion that I did not capture. But then right after that, the parachute came out of the tail of the aircraft, and it fell into the lake. And these are the shots I got. And I'm so glad to hear that there was a survivor.
Doug, as a former pilot, what were you thinking when you were seeing this happen?
Well, I had no idea. The explosion was very weird, and I didn't capture that. Love to find out what that was. It looked almost like a setup for a shooting on a movie. And then when I saw the parachute, I thought first, yes, it was a surviving pilot. And then all of a sudden, I saw it was attached to the aircraft. So, and it was an aircraft that I had not seen before. I haven't. The ones that I've seen with parachutes didn't look like this. So I was surprised.
It's so interesting to get your perspective on this, given that you are a former pilot. We now know that the 49-year-old man in the plane is going to be okay. Remarkable, really. What did you see when it comes to how he was rescued?
Well, I'm just so happy that he survived. Obviously a single pilot. And of course, I'm an old timer. So parachutes for a plane are something I had no idea in my days. But it really is something when after that explosion, the plane slowed down and the parachute was enough to slow the aircraft to allow it to hit the water at a pretty good speed. But he obviously survived, so it's all good news.
Yeah, and Doug, as a former pilot, looking at this type of incident, are you ever prepared for something like this? I mean, I know you trained, but come on.
Yeah, well, taking to the water is something I never really wanted to do, but I'm really quite impressed with the fact that he made it, which I'm very happy. And having flown in and out of the island a number of times, I would imagine he was kind of coming in to land on runway 26, but he obviously didn't make it. I'd be fascinated to find out what he comments on the nature of that explosion.
I'm just so fascinated by the fact that you were out taking pictures and then you happened to capture all of this. What's running through your mind as that's happening?
Well, I love the color of the water today, and it's spring for us old guys who don't get around much, and it was perfect. So I had my good old Nikon out with a long lens, and I was, taking a shot off my trike, and all of a sudden I see this aircraft, and I'm kind of slowly getting ready for it, and that's when the explosion happened. And then I started taking shots, and you see what I got. But it was just happenstance, just happened to be there.
Well, Doug Paulson, we thank you for your photos, and we thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Take care.
Good to be with you.